please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
RBI circular ordering all payment companies to store Indian transaction data within the country's boundaries will definitely cause some disruption. That is the word coming in from Mastercard's Asia Pacific co-president Ari Sarker in an exclusive conversation with CNBC TV18's Kevin Lee. Ari also said that Mastercard remains quite bullish on India. Here's more.
Let me state in a completely unequivocal sense that demonetization's positive impact on the digital economy growth remains extremely strong. If you look at cash circulation in the economy, pre-demonetization used to run at roughly around 12.5% of GDP. We're seeing that has come down to around 8.8%, so close to about 9%. Now that's a very significant reduction of cash in circulation. So that's a very positive impact of demonetization. If you're looking at Mastercard's business here in India, when you look at the quarterly volumes of Mastercard on a pre-demonetization period, our volumes at the end of this quarter is not significantly off from that peak volume.
Does Mastercard have big plans to get into the peer-to-peer space anytime soon? Are you in talks with other players?
We are doing a lot in the peer-to-peer space, and a lot of that is happening at a global level, and many of that global innovation is going to come to India. Peer-to-peer payment capability, powering up WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, all of this capability is already live in the US.
You mentioned that you're still in talks with the Reserve Bank of India. In its current form, the demands that they have that within 6 months all transaction data should be moved into India's boundaries. Is that tenable without this friction coming into the picture like you mentioned?
Well, there's obviously going to be some disruption. It'll be hard to say, but I would not like to conjecture at this stage because this is a fairly complex topic. What needs to get mirrored to India, what needs to get stored, those are details that one is still working through.
Last question on this and then I promise we'll move on. But currently, how much of that data is already stored in India? Is there any part of it or is it completely stored outside?
Well, a lot of that data is already stored in India because if you look at, when we move transactions from point A to point B, we have our what we call MIPS, Mastercard Interface Processors, which actually interacts between banks in the India market itself. So, I don't have the exact numbers, but there are transactional information which is already residing locally from MIP to MIP.
Okay, let's talk a little long term then. So when Mastercard India looks at India in 2025, is it much more optimistic now than it was before demonetization? And how will this reflect in investments made in India or plans for expansion in India?
We remain extremely bullish on India. I think India has been a country that we have been present for many decades. We have invested in the last 3 years over $550 million in India. We remain extremely aggressively pursuing more growth in India.